joining us in our second sponsored segment is the chairman of Erudite Group. He's joining us to give us more about what he's doing at Erudite. He is Chief Saheed Oladele. He is the youngest chief of the largest city in Africa. That's how he introduced himself when he came into the studio today. So I said I was going to give it to you like that. We're excited to have you join us today once again. You've been on the show before, so you're not a stranger. Between the last time you were here on the show and then, you were not a chief. Now you are Baameko of Ibadan land, a whole Ibadan. What does the title mean and how did it happen?
Okay, thank you very much. I'm happy to be here once again this morning after almost a year that I've been on the show. The title Baameko means father of all educationists from Ibadan or in Ibadan. That's to do with education. So, and I became the Baameko of Ibadan land after our school, Erudite Millennium Limited, set a world record last year when all the students we produced for Cambridge A-level, when we produced 100% success in Cambridge A-level. So that news broke out, and then the Oluban of Ibadan land, or Balik and Balogun, got to know about it, and I got invited to the palace, and they said, oh, I'm really impressed. I would like to make you a chief. Would you like to accept it? I said, yes, sir. And that was what led to the installation of the first Baameko of Ibadan land. We set a world record in Cambridge A-level, and that world record was the fact that we did the preparation within 4 to 6 months. That happened to be the world's shortest time. Anybody can claim to have 100% success, but you couldn't have done it shorter than what we did. And that was what led to the title.
So like you said, Erudite Millennium is known for Cambridge A-levels, SAT, and other international examinations. So what prompted you? What made you start a secondary school?
Well, thank you very much. A lot of people have been asking us to extend our services to secondary school, claiming that they have GS1, especially people abroad. So they have always told us that their children, they don't teach them proper mathematics as we do in Nigeria. They only do algebra and related subjects and so on. So last year, we decided to hit their call, and we started the Erudite Model High School last year. So we started the secondary school because people were calling for it.
Interesting. All right, so I wanted to ask, what sets this Erudite Model High School, what sets it apart in a distinctive league of its own?
Okay, thank you very much. There are about 5 different things that set Erudite Model High School apart from others. Number 1 is reasoning-based education. We all know, as we discussed last year, that Nigeria is fond of la crème, la peur, la forgette. So, but moving away, this is a shift from that. So we need to build the reasoning of the future leaders of this country. So enough of just cramming to pass, and once you pass, you forget what you have been taught in school. So the Erudite Model High School is a reasoning-based education. It's reasoning-based education, that's number 1. Number 2 is the fact that it promotes what we call polyglottism. Polyglottism has to do with ability to speak more than one language. So we are promoting at least 2 international languages. Before you leave secondary school, you must have 2 international languages on your CV. That is number 2. Number 3 is what we call life skill building. So these students build life skills, because a lot of people today, they only know what they are taught in school. They cannot handle anything else. Number 4 is self-reliance. We are grooming them to be self-reliant, because that is what the world is saying. Our government cannot employ everybody. Even the private sector cannot employ everybody. That simply means that we need to promote the culture of self-reliance. These are the things that are unique about the school.
Okay. So there's this term that your school made popular in Nigeria, the 4IR.
Yes.
And, what categories of Nigerians need it and why? And as a school that is following the trend of education in the world, what should Nigerians expect from 4IR?
Well, thank you very much. The term 4IR, when we started it, it became popular. 4IR simply means Fourth Industrial Revolution Program. And this is how we do our 4IR. We want you to build some tech skills, whether you are a doctor, you are an engineer, you are a nurse, everybody deserves some knowledge, some dosage of technology. or tech skills. And that's why we are telling parents that no matter what your child wants to become, let them have some tech skills so that they will be relevant to the 21st century. So within the Fourth Industrial Revolution program at Erudite Millennium Limited, they learn what we call web design, web development, not the HTML5, CSS that is common. They take it further to JavaScript. They also learn Python programming, and they also learn UI UX. A lot of graduates are rushing that UI UX. So these are the three basic things they will learn under the 4IR. And then, as you just rightly asked, what are we doing next? We are moving away from 4IR. We are moving to 5IR. What does 5IR mean? 5IR means Fifth Industrial Revolution Program. 5IR is just a word. So it talks about a world where everything becomes easy, either at work or at home through the use of technology, especially AI and robotics. So like using robots where human beings are functioning and so on. And that is where we are going next. Our students usually build a lot of things. We are not after certificates because certifications are no longer selling around the world. It's about what you can do. So if you do 4IR in our school, it's about what you have produced, what you have done. For example, within the 3 months, our students build different applications, they build websites. Imagine somebody is applying for full scholarship in your school, and that person is now referring you to his own website. And when you get to the website, you have seen a lot of things that students
I'd already done.
Honestly, thank you for drinking that water, because I was going to ask you about this scholarship matter. Yes, because there is an assumption, or rather, most of us believe that for undergraduates, especially Nigerians, that for undergraduates you can't get full scholarship. But it's seeming like you people are able to achieve it. And many Nigerians now who wanted their kids to study abroad cannot afford it based on the current Naira to dollar thing. So the idea of a full scholarship as an undergrad looks very interesting to them. How does your school achieve full scholarship for undergraduate degree?
Okay, thank you very much. In our school, what a lot of people are not getting is the fact that the world has moved beyond where we are in this country. In the past, once your child passed SAT, that is SAT, so you can rest assured that your child will get a scholarship. But right now, even if you score 1.6 over 1.6, you will still not be able to get some scholarships because the criteria have changed. So what are the things they are looking for? For example, they are looking for a record, an outstanding record. What sets your child apart from others? What outstanding thing does your child have? You know, during COVID-19, there was no SAT, there was no TOEFL, there was no IELTS. So, partly some people can argue because then you could take these exams at home. But like SAT, no SAT, there many universities in the US became test optional. So you may not bring your test scores, but we want to assess who you are to give you scholarship. So it's about the outstanding qualities that you have had. And the outstanding qualities start from the kind of secondary school that your child attends. So for example, now if everything is just about grooming them to pass WAEC. So grooming them to pass, white people are very smart. They know that anything can go wrong with WAEC or any exam that is done over a given period of time. So they want to study the performances of the students. They want to know how involved are they in community service and so on. I'm already letting the cat out of the bag.
All right.
You still have something you want to say?
Yes. I want to sign us out of TVC News. We are going to be taking a break from TVC News right now. There's going to be a media parley being hosted by the FCT Minister, Nyesom Wike, and our program would continue on TVC Entertainment as well as on YouTube. So if you have GoTV, you can join us on channel 16 or StarTime channel 121 or Play TV 800. All our social media platforms will be streaming this show, but we are going off TVC News right now. Just wanted to put that out there. So you were breaking down some things. Please continue.
Okay. It starts from the kind of secondary school you attend. If your secondary school is a 21st century compliant school, you stand a lot of chance. Let me give you an example. In our own model high school, Erudite Model High School now, we have structured everything in a way that if your child enters JS1, so your child will be writing Beke in JS2. Then in JS3, your child will be learning either French and German or maybe German and Spanish. At least there must be 2 international languages, because we believe that the Nigerian curriculum is kind of so stretched. So, and there are some better things that can be accommodated within the curriculum. That is why we compressed GS1 to 2-3 to GS1 and 2. Your child will write Becker, then we now focus on the international languages. All the very good Muslims out there who want their children to memorize the Quran and learn Arabic, so that can be achieved within our JS3. So once your child leaves JSS3, our own SS1 is IGCSE curriculum. Why are we doing that? We want your children to have a reasoning background before before transitioning to WAEC. So our own WAEC class starts from SS2. So SS2, SS3, that simply means that all the topics that will be done in WAEC, your child would have done it in IGCSE. Then having an advantage of learning the same topic through 2 different curricula. One is reasoning based, the other one is, I don't want to say it, you understand? So that you will not say, so they won't say I'm talking back or I'm talking down on my own. So after doing that, once your child sits WASC, so then we are moving to the gap year. But in between, from SS1 to SS3, for example, during the holiday, like there's 1 week for creative writing, so that we teach your child how to write, how to become a published writer. That's number right from that tender age. So then second term holiday, we are moving to content writing and copywriting. When you have an idea you want to sell to the world, how do you write it in a very interesting manner? Then after that, we move to all this digital marketing, problem-solving skills.
Inside secondary school?
Yes, public speaking and communicating for impact.
But things that we're all paying for during the holiday.
So during the holiday, like, if you have 3 weeks holiday, your child is going to spend 1 week in school, 2 weeks at home, or 2 weeks in school, 1 week at home. There is no time to play.
Yes.
So this generation must be engaged. If they are not
they will go
engaged,
enter social media and be TikToking
their mind is too active.
so if they are not engaged, they spend their time on some worthless thing. And that is why our school is an all-encompassing thing. And also, that's not only that. Our Monday to Friday, you know, I didn't talk about what we do from Monday to Friday. We have a robotic laboratory. So you will see what your children will be building in terms of robots. So that is part of the task from Monday to Friday. But Saturday and Sunday, we basically do sports, community service, and we have what we call Olympiad training, preparing them to represent the country for Olympiad and some international competitions.
Wow. This is This is a full-packed school, and wow. So Erudite School now, we know that it's located in Ibadan. And, you know, with all these benefits that you've talked about, I'm sure so many parents from Lagos, other places, Lagos, Abuja, Enugu, Owerri, they want to key into this. They want to send their kids there. So due to the distance now, how can they do that? How can they contact you people? How can they send their kids to this school?
Thank you very much. The distance has never been a barrier because we are seated in Ibadan, because the founder is passionate about developing Ibadan. A lot of people have called us to Lagos, Port Harcourt, and Abuja, but we love our Ibadan like that. So people have been coming to the school from different parts of the world. And as I speak, the population of students from Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt beats the population of those who came from Ibadan, despite that the school is resident in Ibadan. So, and most of our students come from the US and some other countries around the world. So the distance is not a barrier if you are in Lagos. And let me also say this, we do not take day students. All the successes we have been talking about, setting a world record in Cambridge, building this and this and that, is because we can manage their time the way we want.
Okay, how safe is it for your child?
No, the safety has never been in question.
Because
we are as one parent put it abroad, the person said Bodija is a low-risk area. So we have been there for years, and there's never been.
Yes, but even
I'm not talking external
issues.
No, this is a very strict school.
They don't play.
No. If your child is a spoiled brat, by the time he or she comes to the school, you are going to see the difference.
Wow.
So we don't allow them to move out of the gate. We don't allow them to do a lot of things.
Thank you so
it's
much.
like a regimented kind of lifestyle.
Definitely.
And that is why we are achieving everything we are achieving.
People who are interested, I don't know any parents who won't be interested, but if people who are interested in getting to know more about Erudite. Just Google Erudite, you will not miss your way. You will find out.
I hope our phone numbers are already on the before you go.
I'm not sure phone number, but they can, if they just put Erudite group.
They should not just put Erudite. We put our phone numbers there. Let
all
people
right,
see.
that's all we can take on this segment. So I'm sure they put it earlier.